Miss Cajole. Now, there's a word in the English language that's called cajole, and I believe that is spelled C-A-J-O-L-E. And I think that means to joke and to fool around and to have fun. To cajole, I think, is just to clown around and have a good time. So, cajole, I guess whenever I say the word cajole, that's kind of what I think of. A fun spirit and good friend, good friend. This is an ugly notebook that I wrote in the year, I think, 2010. 2010 was the year of the ugly notebooks. And I sent out probably, I would say, 35 or so ugly notebooks to the world. It's an estimate. And out of the 35 ugly notebooks, two of them were returned to me with words in them as I had hoped. Here I am writing Japanese way back in 2010. This is the young man that I really, really, really wanted to help. I took his picture off my refrigerator earlier this year. Here's some cave drawings. There's me. There's Cajole. There's $2 bills and eBay. I had a plan, a really good plan to help out this young man, and I kind of chronicled that in here with the ice cream bucket. But that plan never came to pass because the parents kind of weren't on board. I sent a letter to the parents asking if I could help them out, trying to help out their little kid, but they weren't interested. They probably thought I was a strange old weirdo, creepy old guy, and well, I am, but I'm kind of harmless. I for being a ninja and all that, I really don't seem to hurt very many people. But it does get frustrating once in a while trying to help people when people really need it and they don't want to take that help. So that's something that I've learned to deal with over the years. But I haven't written in this ugly notebook in a long time, and I plan to do so today. I got an overtime shift, and I wrote my 1,000 words today to a good friend, Miss Cajole. I'm going to send those. Let's see if I can cut and paste that. I think I already have, and we'll go to Facebook and send those off. Facebook. Spending way too much time on Facebook, I realize. I got some work to do in this notebook. I got to finish up. All right, let's see if I can find it. I won't give her real name. There she is. Now that I've cleaned out all the contacts of my email address, I kind of need to use Facebook to stay in touch with some of my good friends. So, all right, 1,000 words for Cajole. All right, now I'm going to try to paste it. There we go. Your friend always. I haven't probably spoken to Cajole or sent her a message in quite a while. I mean, it's been a long time, but I really want to take time out to thank her for being the one of two people, the other one being Amalia, that reciprocated words in the Ugly Notebook project. And I put the $2 bill bookmark here on a poem that I wrote as a hypothermia experiment. And I think my camera's just about out of gas, so if it suddenly dies, it's not because I turned it off or I'm embarrassed that my poem's so terrible. Before I read this poem, it needs to be known that what I did was go out into my minivan, Honor 1, when the temperature was about 31 degrees below zero. And all I did was I took a pen, a piece of paper, and then one candle, and I sat in that freezing cold van for about 6 hours. And then I tried to write a poem. Now it's said, at least from what I've seen on movies, television, and read in health textbooks, that when you have hypothermia, you lose your ability to think. So I wanted to try to write a poem you know, while freezing, basically, and see how I did. This is what I came with. And then this poem is not finished. I told Cajoli that I would finish this poem at another date. And hopefully I will do that today or maybe tomorrow, as I do have another overtime shift scheduled. And I really probably need to get going. So anyway, on with the show. Questions I have to pose to Poe as I look again to become lost. Such a feeling seems apropos as slowly I am encased in frost. Now that's kind of cool because like Poe and Edgar Allan Poe and Robert Frost, two of my favorite poets by far. So that's kind of why I threw them a little kudos, because Poe, he's kind of a crazy dude like me, and Frost, he was a bit of a romantic like me. What in the dark can you hope to find when your greatest fear is writing blind? Wielding words by one candle's light, warmth of flame, touch not my fingers. Too cold and bitter cold is the night. Faint freeing feeling is all that lingers. Cold and pain are two tools of the mind. I need just my eyes to not write blind. Those are foolish words, but sometimes I do foolish things. As flesh steady slow becomes so numb, just as eyes adjust to see sharp and clear, in the end to cold I will succumb. Let me face that fate without a fear. Before the end I leave this behind. Proof and truth I did not write blind. Alright, so I think I do have one or two more stanzas to add to that poem before it is completed. And when it is, hopefully I will get this ugly notebook back in the hands of Cajoli, because computers, ones and zeros, they're awesome, you know, and they're handy. But also, I have this, and I got to read this, and I got to put this in my heart. And I really, really want to thank this young lady for that. So, page 21. All right, we'll see if I can finish up that poem today.